Alright, we rolling. Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rikakodash. We want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who will. Peace and blessing unto the elect. Alright, let's push forward to the truth at the four corners of the earth. With the GMS lines in St. Louis camp, and we coming back at it with another in the classroom. And today's topic is going to be what is fornication / adultery. You know, so contrary to popular belief, like what they teach you in the Christian churches, that fornication is sex before marriage, and you know all that false doctrine. So we're going to hop into some scriptures and a few examples, and Lord's be edifying. So we're going to start off with the law. Go ahead, all right?
Yeah, just book of Exodus chapter 20, 15.
14.
14. It says, "Thou shalt not commit adultery."
Right. So yeah, thou should not commit adultery, and I believe that's the 8th commandment. Right. I should not commit adultery, and Hebrew word is na'ap.
Strong's H 5003.
Yeah.
Na'af.
Yeah.
Na'af.
So yeah, it's na'ap. Right. So to commit adultery, it's usually of a man, always with wife of another, right? And goes into idolatrous worship as well, but in this context, it's adultery. Okay. Go ahead, correct sir.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, and verse 10. And the reason it says, "And a man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death."
All right. So yeah. So same word. So not up. I'm not gonna play it, but yeah, then the pa. Same thing. And then we're gonna go into Second Chronicles.
Second Chronicles. Verse 21.
Yeah, cool. This I just thought the room was too hot.
Second Chronicles. Okay, this is the book of Second Chronicles 21, starting at the first verse. It says, "Now Jehoshaphat slept with his fathers, and was buried with his fathers in the city of David. And Jehoram, his son, reigned in his stead. And he had brethren, the son of Jehoshaphat,
Azariah,
and Jahaleel, and Zechariah, and Azariah, and Michael, and Shephatiah. All these were the son of Jehoshaphat, king of Israel. And their father gave them great gifts of silver and gold, and of precious things, for fit cities in Judah. But the kingdom gave he to Jehoram, because he was the firstborn. Now when Jehoram was risen up to the kingdom of his father, he strengthened himself, and slew all his brethren with the sword, and diverse also the princes of Israel. Jehoram was 32 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 8 years in Jerusalem. And he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, like as did the house of Ahab, for he had the daughter of Ahab to wife, and he wrought that which was evil in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh."
All right. So yeah, this dude was wicked. All right, and it was way more wicked kings in Judah than it was righteous. Okay, and it wasn't no righteous kings in Israel. All of them niggas is wicked. All right, keep going.
Yes, verse 7. "Howbeit the Lord Yahweh would not destroy the house of David, because of the covenant that he made with David, and as he promised to give a light to him and to his sons forever. In the days of the Edomites revolted from under dominion of Judah and made themselves a king. When Jehoram went forth with his princes and all the chariots with him, and he rose up by night and smote the Edomites which compassed him in, and the captains of the chariots. So the Edomites revolted from under the hand of Judah, and to this day, the same time also did Libnah revolt from under his hand, because he had forsaken the Lord Yahweh God of his fathers.
Yeah.
Moreover, he made high places in the mountains of Judah, and caused the inhabitants of Jerusalem to commit fornication, and compelled Judah thereto.
Right. So yeah, they're gonna word fornication. Okay. So another definition, fornication. So zana, which is basically just means a whore. So to commit fornication, to be a harlot, play the harlot. To be a harlot, act as a harlot, commit fornication, commit adultery. To be a cult prostitute, to be unfaithful to God. Actually, that's another definition of fornication. Yeah. Because we are married unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Alright? Because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is our husband. Because the Holy Spirit is like his spirit that's in us. You know what I'm saying? Which I had that. It's pretty much the same definition. So yeah, so Zana. So I had Leviticus 19 and 29. So that's the same definition. You know, to be a whore. Go ahead, Tazwan.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3 and verse 14. It reads, Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord Yahweh, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion.
Right, so the Lord said that he is married unto us. Right? So when you worship another God, you're basically committing adultery on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is our husband. You know? So the same way how Jake nowadays getting his feelings about his woman, you know, getting their back blown out by another Jake or whoever. That's how Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua feel when you worship another God. Okay? So go ahead, Barriello. Ezekiel 16.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, starting at verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, cause Jerusalem to know her abominations, and say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh unto Jerusalem, Thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan. Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother an Hittite. And as for thy nativity, in the day thou wast born, thy navel was not cut, neither wast thou washed in water to supple thee. Thou wast not salted at all, nor swaddled at all. None I pity thee to do any of these unto thee, to have compassion upon thee, but thou wast cast out in the open field to the loathing of thy person in the day that thou wast born. And when I passed by thee and saw thee polluted in thine own blood, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. Yea, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field, and thou hast increased the waxen great, and thou art come to excellent ornaments. Thy breasts are fashioned, and thine hair is grown, whereas thou wast naked and bare. Now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, thy time was the time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee, and covered thy nakedness. Yea, I swore unto thee, and entered into a covenant with thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, and thou becamest mine.
Right, so it's kind of, you know, that the Lord is using this metaphor to explain his relationship with the nation of Israel. Because we was the fewest of all the nations, you know, we wasn't even developed yet. And the Lord chose us to put His name upon us, because He said that we was polluted in our blood. We was just passed around like a hoe. Just going into uh, captivity after captivity. Okay, keep going.
Verse 9, then washed I thee with water. Yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee, and anointed thee with oil. I clothed thee also with broidered work, and shod thee with badger skin, and I girded thee about with fine linen, and I covered thee with silk.
Yeah. Go ahead, all right.
Verse 11, it says, I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck, and I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thine ears, and a beautiful crown upon thy head. Thou wast decked with gold and silver. Thy raiment was of fine linen and silk and broidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and honey and oil. Thou was exceedingly beautiful, and thou didst prosper into the kingdom.
Right, and that's what the Lord did for us. Okay, so yeah, the Lord hooked us up. Keep going.
And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty. It was perfect through my comeliness, which I had put upon thee, saith the Lord Yahweh. But thou didst trust in thine own beauty, and playedst the harlot because of thy renown, and pourest out thy fornications on everyone that passed by. His it was.
Alright, so yeah, like fornications, again, once the word fornication just means idolatry, because it's written in our law that we're not supposed to, take after the heathen. When we just go into the land. You have something?
Yeah, I just read that in a different version, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
NLT?
Yeah, I read it in NLT and I read it in AMP.
Should I get the NLT?
Kind of NLT.
What was you at, 13?
15.
Okay. You want to read it?
It says, Ezekiel 16 and 15, but you thought your fame and beauty were your own. So you gave yourself as a prostitute to every man who came along. Your beauty was theirs for the asking.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just how like our women, they just go out into these public places and just flirt with different men and get attention and all that. But little do they know, like they got a husband at home, but they out in the streets. So it's just.
Why can't girl read in the AMP?
God, let me see if I can find it. Go ahead.
And it says, but you trusted and relied on your beauty and prostituted yourself in idolatry and in debauched rituals because of your fame, and you poured out your immoralities on everywhere willing, passing by, and your beauty was his, as you worshipped the idols of the Gentile nations.
Yup. Come. God, come.
Continue.
Come.
Verse 16 it says, and of thy garments thou didst take and deckest thy high places with diverse colors, and playedest the harlot thereupon. The like things shall not come, neither shall it be so. Thou hast also taken thy fair jewels of my gold and of my silver, which I had given thee, and madest to thyself images of men, and didst commit whoredom with them.
Come.
And tookest thy broidered garments and coveredst them, and thou hast set mine oil and mine incense before them. My meat also which I gave thee, fine flour and oil and honey, wherewith I fed thee, thou hast even set it before them for a sweet savor, and thus it was, saith the Lord Yahweh. Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters, whom thou hast borne unto me, and these hast thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured. Is this of thy whoredoms a small matter?
Alright, so yeah, kind of. So you had Israel, they was sacrificing their children to Molech. Alright. And just a question for you brothers. Any brother know what this at? Like, as far as like in the law, where it says that all that comes out of the matrix.
Yeah. The wording on it.
Say what?
Yeah, the wording on it, like I said, matrix.
Yeah.
All that come out of the matrix.
Yeah, I kind of gave it away. But I think it's 34. Yeah, 34:19. All that open the matrix is mine, and every firstling among thy cattle, whether ox or sheep, that is male. Right. So you cause your firstborn son to go into the fire of Molech because you want to sacrifice for the left hand power. You basically stealing from the Lord, you know, or cattle, because the Lord also said that they was making up strange fire. So kind of, hey, that's wicked as hell. You basically like get yeah, like the Lord said, you giving his money because that's what considered was money like in the ancient world. So like gold, silver, cattle, grain, okay, and you giving it to a guy that don't even exist, you know. So you know the Lord was pissed, you know. Lord, like what the hell? Like I just delivered you from the Egyptians, and here it is. You already got your legs open for another guy. That makes sense, you know. Lord was heated. All right. You can pick up.
God, this is verse 21. That thou hast slain my children and delivered them to cause them to pass through the fire.
And you mind if I read the NLT? Okay. Just look, you know. Just put in like modern term. Where you at? 21. Yeah, you're 21.
God, reading the NLT.
Yeah.
God, then it says, must you also slaughter my children by sacrificing them to idols? In all your years of adultery and detestable sin, you had not once remembered the days long ago when you lay naked in the field, kicking about in your own blood.
Ooh.
Dang. What sorrow awaits you, says the sovereign power Yahweh, in addition to all your other wickedness. You built a pagan shrine and put altars to idols in every town square. On every street corner, you defiled your beauty, offering your body to every passerby in endless stream of prostitution.
Right. And Salakia, when it says you built a pagan shrine and put altars and idols in every town square. So like, what do y'all brothers think of?
The wicked kings of Israel.
Kind, but specifically though.
Like one of the names of them?
Yeah. It's in the book of Judges. So yeah, so it was Jerubbaal. So like after he delivered Jerubbaal, aka Gideon, aka Jerubbaal. So yeah, so he was going against the them Hamites. After the Lord delivered him, he put an idol in the middle of the city. So yeah, so they was going off that way. So too, you know, which I ain't gonna get it, but it's just like a little fun fact. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so Israel is still going off. He didn't give reverence to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because but kind.
On every street corner you defile your beauty, offering your body to every passerby in the endless stream of prostitution.
Mm-hmm.
Then you added lustful Egypt to your lovers, provoking my anger with your increasing
promiscuity.
Yeah. That is why I struck you with my fist. Ike Turner. This is why I struck you with my fist and reduced your boundaries. I handed you over to your enemies, the Philistines, and even they were shocked by your lewd conduct.
Right. Cause hey, even then, so like you like the heathen, like they be in awe, like watching Jake, like damn. Cause Jake go harder than the heathen go in these different like idols and all that. When it's so-called Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter, who do you mainly see? You see our people doing that. You got the so-called black woman taking nude pictures with an Easter bunny. All right. So like, yeah, like the Lord pissed. You know, the Lord never said do that. Go ahead.
Verse 28, you have prostituted yourself with the Assyrians. To it seems you can never find enough new lovers, and after your prostitution there you still was not satisfied. You added to your lovers by embracing Babylonia, the land of merchants, but you still were satisfied. Damn, man. What a sick heart you have, said the sovereign power Yahweh, to do such things as these, acting like a shameless prostitute.
Yeah. The Lord said, well, our people are sick. The whole head is sick. You know, starting off with the southern kingdom, Judah, on down to the northern kingdom, Issachar. Okay, they all do the same things, and they got and the prophets are out there preaching, but what do our people do? They just continue to walk by, continue to smoke, you know, put tattoos on their body, just do what they want to do, and then they slap Jesus' name on it, and just think it's okay. That's now you see why the Lord took His name away, because the Lord, like, I don't want my name tied to that shit. Like, I ain't tell you to do that. Alright. You pick up I was sure. Ezekiel 16:31.
You said Ezekiel?
Con.
Ezekiel 16 and 31.
Yeah,
this is the book of Ezekiel.
Yeah, read it in NLT.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let's switch apps.
If you ain't got it, I got it. It's all good.
I got you said 16 and 31?
Con.
I got it in the NLT. Okay, so. Okay. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 16, starting at the 31st verse. It says, build your pagan shrines on every street corner and your altars to idols in every square. In fact, you have been worse than a prostitute, so eager for sin that you have not even demanded payment.
Right. So like a prostitute, like you would think, cause like it's a transaction, right? So the person pays the prostitute for a service, but the Lord saying, Israel, you just giving it for free. You offering the service, and you're not even getting paid for it. You know.
Basically, he called them the Israel, just a slut.
Yeah. Basically. Just giving it out for free, for nothing. Continue.
Verse 32. Yes, you are an adulterous wife who take in strangers instead of her own husband. Right. Prostitutes charge for their service, but not you. You give gifts to your lovers, bribing them to come and have sex with you.
Right, so shit, you giving them money to have sex with you.
Right. And that's what AKA Babylon do.
That's right.
Okay. So you are the opposite of other prostitutes. You pay your lovers instead of they're paying you. Keep going. Verse 35, it says, therefore, you prostitutes, listen to this message from the Lord Yahweh. This is what the sovereign Lord Yahweh says. Because you have poured out your lust and exposed yourself in prostitution to all your lovers, and because you have worshipped detestable idols, and because you have slaughtered your children as sacrifices to your gods, this is what I'm going to do. I will gather together all your allies, the lovers with whom you have sinned, both those you loved and those you hated, and I will strip you naked in front of them so they can stare at you.
Yeah, see his shame.
Yeah. Verse 38, I will punish you for your murder and adultery. I will cover you with blood in my jealous fury. Then I will give you to these many nations who are your lovers, and they will destroy you. They will knock down your pagan shrines and the altars to your idols. They will strip you and take your beautiful jewels, leaving you stark naked. They will band together in a mob.
That's it. Let Tazwan read to 44.
Okay.
Start at 4.
Time.
Continuing on, Ezekiel 16:40. They will band together as a mob to stone you and cut you up with swords. They will burn your homes and punish you in front of many women. I will stop your prostitution and your payments to your many lovers. Then at last my fury against you will be spent, and my jealous anger will subside. I will be calm and will not be angry with you anymore. But first, because you have not remembered your youth, but have angered me by doing all these evil things, I will fully repay you for all your sins, save the sovereign Lord Habashim Yahshua. For you have added lewd acts to all your detestable sins. Everyone who makes up proverbs will say of you, like mother, like daughter.
That's right. Okay, so now we're about to go into the New Testament. The word fornication. So that was spiritual fornication. That was just an example. We're going to go into physical fornication and what that means. So you can pick it up.
What you want?
1 Corinthians 5. And you can just read the KJV, it's cool.
Kind. It says, it is reported commonly that there is fornication among you, and such fornication as is not so much as named among the Gentiles, that one should have his father's wife.
Right, so fornication. So one should have his father's wife. So is that a lawful practice, brothers?
No.
Hell no. That's adultery. Okay? Rock it down. So 1 Corinthians 5:1. So fornication. Yeah, I can play this one.
Strong's G 4202. Pornaya.
Right, it's where you get the word porn from. Yeah, pornaya. So illicit sexual intercourse. So fornication is basically like another way of saying an immoral sexual practice. So you got it. So adultery is considered fornication, and they got fornication. So homosexuality, lesbianism, intercourse with animals, sexual intercourse with close relatives. Okay. And so sexual intercourse with a divorced man or woman, which that's not all the way true. Should just be a woman, because it says, if a woman is put apart from her husband, she go and be with another one, then that's considered adultery. So fornication. So yeah, metaphor to worship idols. Okay. So come. It says of the defilement of adultery as incurred by eating the sacrifices offered unto idols, which, Paul went into that also, like basically saying that it's just food, so it don't really matter. I see a pornea or pornea. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 7:1. Now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband.
Right. So yeah, because what was they doing? Because this was a real Hellenized church. Okay, which we about to go into. The Book of Corinthians. So they was basically like wife swapping. You know. Um, yeah, like wife swapping and even husband swapping. Having all type of immoral sexual practices. Right. So that's why Paul says it's better just that you just have your own wife and your own husband. It's kind of. Go ahead. I was shy. So 1 Corinthians 6 and 9.
1 Corinthians 6 and starting at the 9th verse. Okay. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God's power? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetousness, nor drunkards, nor rivalers, nor extortioners shall enter the kingdom of God. Right? And such were some of you, but ye are washed, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of the Lord Yahushua, and by the Spirit of our God power.
Right, because we all committed fornication in some form or fashion, whether you actually dealt with a woman who was not a virgin, because that's considered adultery, or you was in a Christian church at one point in time. Okay, but like the scripture said, but with some of you, because the Lord is giving mercy. Okay, Lord ain't gonna burn us in hell for all the rest of eternity. I like IUFC say. Get a quick one. I can read this one. So this is Romans 71, and it reads, Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over man as long as he liveth. Right? For the woman which have a husband is bound by the law to her husband, as long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. So then if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. Alright, so yeah, and that's pretty much what goes on in this the western part of the world, which is adultery, aka fornication. Okay. And I read this one. So this is Matthew 5 and 31. It had been said, whosoever shall put away his wife, let him give her writing of divorcement. But I say unto you that whosoever shall put away his wife, save in the cause of fornication, adultery, cause it hurt to commit adultery, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committed adultery. Right? So yeah, so and it's pretty much ain't no way around this, because all these women are defiled anyway. Okay? So like, unless you got a virgin, some lucky brothers, you know what I'm saying? Then you free from that sin. So then I got I got another precept, and I can read this one. And so this is Genesis. Then y'all can pick back up. It's Genesis 20, and we studied 1. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur, and journeyed in Gerar. And Abraham said to Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech the king of Gerar sent and took Sarah. But Yahweh came unto Abimelech in a dream by night, and said unto him, behold, thou art but a dead man. For the woman which thou hast taken, she is a man's wife. So that just lets you know that Yahweh Bashmi Ashad takes adultery serious. You know, like that is not a light sin. Like, even though Yahweh Shah, you know, he forgave a woman that was caught in the act of adultery. You know, and the Lord is giving mercy. That don't mean that you go and commit adultery or whatever. You know. But Abimelech had not come near her. And he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, she is my sister, and she, even she herself, says, he is my brother, and the integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this. And Yahweh said unto him in a dream, yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, but I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffer I thee not to touch her. Right? Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine. Right? So yeah, we already know what he did, because he didn't want to die. Alright, and so Tazwan, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up in Genesis 29 and 21.
Genesis 20. Go to something else.
How you good?
See if I can see it here. Genesis 29:21. Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah, his daughter, and brought her to him, and he went in unto her. And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah, his maid, for a handmaid. And it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah, and he said to Laban, what is this thou hast done unto me? Did not I serve with thee for Rachel? Wherefore then hast thou beguiled me?
Right, so yeah, he pulled a fast one on him. You know, shit, he yikwab. You know, but his name is Yikwab for a reason, so he ended up yikwabbing him. You know, in the end. But so and it just lets you know that that this is that sex is marriage. Okay, because that's another thing, like I mentioned earlier, like in the Christian church, that they say fornication is sex before marriage. You know, but sex equals marriage. You know, like how do you become one flesh with a woman? Through the act of sex. Alright, let's get that law real fast. Can you read this for me again?
Sure. Exodus 22:16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her, he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
Right. See, that is a law by the Most High. All right. And and this is just all technical. Okay. It's not saying if you lay with a Keisha then you try to wife her up now. She could probably make your life a living hell. But his brothers should make better choices than women anyway. Alright, I think yep, I'll read this. So this is Genesis 2:21. And the Lord power caused deep sleep to fall upon Adam. And he slept, and he took one of his ribs and close up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord power had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Right? Okay. Shall be one flesh. And we're going to end it off with this, Lord willing. So I just need a volunteer that will want to read the book of Genesis 39. Starting off. Anybody?
Yeah,
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Starting at the top.
Okay.
Genesis 39:1, and it reads, And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian, brought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down thither. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord, the power, was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand. Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and made him overseer over his house, and all that he had he put into his hand. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer in his house, and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake, and the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored. And it came to pass after these things that this master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, Lie with me. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, Behold, my master wanted not what is with me in the house, and he hath committed all that he had to my hand. There is none greater in this house than I, neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against the Most High?
I see. Yeah, so even in his captivity, he was still a Hebrew. You know, he still knew the law of the Most High. You know, like how many niggas would have folded? Like, oh man, she bad. I'm gonna get with that. You know, shit, he off at work. You know, but he maintained his integrity. Okay, and you can learn a lot from this story. You know, keep going.
Verse 10, And it came to pass, as he spake to Joseph day by day, that he hearkened not unto her to lie by her, or to be with her.
Right, so yeah, so she was, you know, pressing him. You know, hey, it's easy to say no the first time, but then, you know how women be, they, you know, wear some revealing clothing, and, you know what I'm saying, they know where you gonna be at, so they try to put themselves in your orbit. So kind. Keep going.
Verse 11, And it came to pass about this time that Joseph went into the house to do his business, and there were none of the men of the house there within, and she caught him by his garment.
Yeah, so she planned that. She like, oh yeah, the closest clear looking at us. Yeah, keep going.
And she caught him by his garment, saying, Lie with me, and he left his garment in her hand, and fled, and got him out. And it came to pass when she saw that he had left his garment in his hand, and was fled forth, that she called unto the men of her house, and spake unto them, saying, See, he hath brought in a Hebrew unto us to mock us, and came in unto me to lie with me, and I cried with a loud voice.
Wow. Yeah. Ooh, keep going.
Verse 15, And it came to pass when he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled and got him out. And she laid up his garment by her until his Lord came home. She spake unto him according to these words, saying, The Hebrew servant which thou hast brought unto us came in unto me to mock me. And it came to pass, as I lifted up my voice and cried, that he left his garment with me and fled out. And it came to pass, when his master heard the words of his wife, which she spake unto him, saying, After this manner did thy servant to me, that his wrath was kindled. And Joseph's master took him and put him into the prison, a place where the king's prisoners were bound, and he was there in the prison. But the Lord was with Joseph, and showed him mercy, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners that were in the prison, and whatsoever they did there, he was the doer of it. The keeper of the prison looked not to anything that was under his hand, because the Lord was with him, and that which he did, the Lord made it to prosper.
Right, it's a time. This is a forefather, Yahushua, right, father of Parium, Ephraim, and Manasseh, right? So, just wanted to go into that, just to give you Akim and Akwathium, an overview of what is fornication and what is marriage and what is adultery. So, anybody got any precepts? Kyle, what you got? 1 second. So, 14. And what?
Verse 12. It says, For the devising of idols was the beginning, spiritual fornication, and the invention of them, the corruption of life.
Beautiful, brother, beautiful. And the corruption of life, man. Because, corruption of life. Because when you look at Esau, Edom, like these idols, like on the left hand side, you basically gotta break all the laws of the Most High. So, like I said, before porneia, which is any type of unlawful sexual act, to get their left hand power. Yeah. Underage, we already know Esau is a big pedo, if you know what I mean. Right, and the sodomite. We're kind of gonna end it off with that. So we hope you brothers and sisters out there was edifying. You can give all praises, honor, and glory unto you. How by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, and Kakadash. When you say Shalom and a Bible Ball.
Bible Ball.